Nowadays, I tell my kid, I'm like, hey, you're gonna be going to UTD. Even though if he says no, I'm still gonna bring him here, so. So I graduated from UTD over 10 years ago. My undergrad, I did it in early childhood development and learning. CCF was part of me because that's where I did my internship. I also did some volunteer work with them as well. And now I pretty much kind of switched careers in the healthcare management industry. I did my internship with the Grow With Me program, but I also did help with the Play With Me program. In the Grow With Me program, what I did, it was pretty much, doing the ASQ screenings. Most of the parents, they were Spanish speakers. I'm helping them with the translation and also with the interpretation of what the screening was. You guys have changed a lot because back in the days, I'm talking about 10 years ago or over 10 years ago, everything was just manual work. You had to pretty much get a calculator to calculate the age of the kid and see which form we had to use, and everything was just like an actual form, not online, how it is now, so yeah. With kids, after doing that, I was like, okay, it will take a lot of work. Just give me more like a hands-on of what early childhood development is. Also, what I like, I was going to school, I was learning about childhood development and learning. I was pretty much putting everything that I was learning into practice. Gave me a better perspective of how children development was. A relief, a smile in the parents' face, because sometimes parents, they struggle to see what's wrong with their kids. They don't have the tools or the resources. So for me, it was nice to see them when we tell them, hey, the reason why your kid is not talking is because they need some speech therapy, or the reason why your kid is not walking is because they need some type of physical therapy or some type of occupational therapy. So just seeing that smile on the parents' face, knowing that we were there for them to help them with their children's development, that I was actually doing something for the community. As parents, we don't have the tools or the skills in what to do with our kids. We don't know about the little cues. And sometimes parents, they don't have the knowledge about milestones. They just think because the kid is talking, walking, oh yeah, that's good, but they don't know that's actually a milestone. And if they don't achieve that milestone, they will not be able to continue progressing. The benefit is all the resources that they provide. It's like a 1 hour long program. They teach them little skills, little tools. They can also provide resources. So I decided to enroll my kid in the program, and he's almost 3, he's 2.5. The reason why I did it was pretty much just to give me the resources, the tools, and to connect us with my kid, to get to his level, and to give me a refresher of the things that I should be doing with him. A couple of weeks ago, or for the last 2 weeks, one of the activities is giving the kids a little pictures and a little chart where they have to glue it, put it together, and present it. And I was in shock. My kid, as soon as they gave him supplies, he just glued it together. I was like, do you need help? No, mommy, I got it. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, you got it. It was really cool to see him doing it himself, being independent, and also it was time to present that he just stood up. He was not shy, and he just started presenting. He just felt he was at home, even though it was a class full of kids and their parents. I will highly recommend them to enroll their kids in the program. They do have the tools. Sometimes as parents, we do have questions. We don't know what's going on with the development in our kids. And sometimes pediatricians, they will not have the answer. So I highly recommend the program. It has a part in my heart because I know that they're helping families. If you are not finding an answer, you will get an answer with them. There's a lot of professionals out there, and they will find the resources and provide the tools. And also it will help you with connecting with your kids, because some parents, they don't know how to connect with their kids. Every week is a different subject, so pretty much you will learn about communication, about brain development, about nutrition, about independence. They give you the remarks of things that you should know as a parent. It makes it really easy and simple for parents to understand. It talks parents' language, not like academic language. The students do help you through the session. I'll tell you this, I was one student back then where I didn't have a kid. Parents will probably be like, oh, you don't have a kid, you don't understand. We do understand. Students, they know, because that's what they're learning in school. It's like hands-on of what the books are saying. There was a class where a scenario where the professor was like, if a kid doesn't have this certain amount of words by this age, they should start doing into speech therapy. And I remember where we had a parent where we did the assessment where the parent was like, he's not communicative. After we did the assessment, we came into the determination that the kid needed speech therapy, and the parent didn't know. They didn't know that was the thing, because usually parents, they think, oh, they will grow out of it. And usually the early intervention, the sooner the better. I'm a great believer about that. I had a problem with my kid when he was a newborn baby, that he was having a flat head. And I remember talking to the pediatrician, and I told the pediatrician, I mean, is there something we can do? And she was like, oh, it's too soon to do it. You know, we should just give it a couple of more months. And I was like, what are we gonna do in a couple of months if this has not been resolved? And she was like, oh, we'll do physical therapy. I told her, can we start physical therapy now? And we started physical therapy at that moment. And within 2 or 3 sessions, everything was resolved. Because of that background that I had doing the program and everything that I saw with the assessments, it helped me determine I need to do this for my kid. When I brought my kid to the program, it was more for him to interact with other kids, to see the social interaction. He does go to daycare, but at daycare he was having some problems with some kids. Apparently he was not behaving the way he was supposed to be behaving, so I was looking for a program where I was going to be seeing that type of interaction and where they were going to be teaching me what to do with my kid for misbehaving or providing me tools as well. After seeing that interaction that he interacted with other kids, there was a part where a kid got his toy, my kid stared at me, and I was like, do not do it. It kind of like stopped him from hitting the other kid. So I will highly recommend parents to join the program. If you're a new parent, it's really hard. Every kid is different. And the experts are not there to judge you, they are there to help you. I'm glad that I did the program. I wouldn't be able to know the cues and when he's supposed to hit every milestone. My career did change after graduating from UTD. I got my master's in business, but now I work in healthcare management. My goal is to work with Medicaid because I know with the Medicaid, there's a lot of parents, sometimes they don't have the information that they need. My main goal is to go towards that route. The whole program in UTD, it helped me understand that early childhood development, like a good early childhood development, is really important in the long-term health. The professors, they are well academics, they will also guide you, they're highly educated, they provide a lot of assistance. In my MBA somewhere else, it was just because it was specialized in healthcare management, UTD didn't have it. Nowadays I tell my kid, I'm like, hey, you're gonna be going to UTD. Even though if he says no, I'm still gonna bring him here. So I felt that I was making some change in the world, especially in my community, in the Hispanic community. Usually they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the tools, the resources to see what's wrong with their kid. I feel happy to help them, to give them those resources. At that time I was having a part-time job, and I remember that we had a family where we did the whole screening, and the family, they were struggling. The kids, they didn't have any beds. They were just living in a one room, no furniture at all. I talked to the director at CCF and I was like, hey, I think where I work, my employer can help them. It was during the holidays, I think, where we were trying to sponsor a family from my job. You know, I talked to the director. The director was like, yeah, that's fine. We also talked to the family, telling them, hey, this company can help you, provide you all this furniture. My employer, we brought like furniture for this family. Parents out there, every kid is different. Don't compare your children to other kids. They all have different qualities, and just because your kid is not doing something doesn't mean that they are delayed or behind. And always look for resources. Try to find the experts, because they're the ones who are going to tell you what's going on and will guide you through the process, and don't be scared to ask questions.